Hey, it's Brian from Breadcrumb. I wanted to talk a little bit about our location marker today. Had a lot of questions come up and had a lot of really good conversations at some of the shows that we were at. And I realized that folks don't necessarily know all the ways that you can use this. Everybody gets geeked out about the Knox. I love the Knox. That was the original idea. But then we came up with another use for the connected technology for what we all do in the outdoors. If you haven't seen the location marker, I'm actually going to add one today, show it to you. But these are great for things that are obvious, like tree stand locations or blinds or cameras, or even using as a blood trail marker. The connectivity is great. It goes up to 200 yards. You can share the technology like you can with our other devices. And so if I wanted to send you to a tree stand on my property, it'd be a little late now, obviously, but I'm going to show you on the app. What you can do is I can actually, let's say you're in California and you say you're going to be in Illinois. And I say, oh, great, you're going to be here next Wednesday. We look at the weather. Based on my cameras, there's a huge buck I want you to hunt. And so what I can do is I can go and I can share one of these stands with you. Now, it won't connect because we're in California. But what I can do is I can share it. And when you get it and connect via email and connect to the app, you can go on and see the exact last location where that where that location marker was at on the map. It gives you latitude and longitude and lots of other ways of getting right to that spot. And I may say, okay, park right on that road, go straight west, and when you come out of the ravine, you'll connect with the location marker because you'll be within 100, 200 yards, and hit the light button. And it could be 5 o'clock in the morning, pitch black, and you're going to see that tree stand 150 yards away flash, and you're going to go straight to it in the dark, never being in that property in your entire life. But that shareability is what's really cool about tree stands, obviously, but cameras. So if I have a buddy that's going to be near my lease and I ask him to pull my cards, normally he's going to be like, how do I know where your cameras are at? I'll share the cameras. They're all uniquely named, the camera location markers. And he'll, based on the map, go right there. He'll start hitting the light. He'll start hitting the sound. And then he can go right there, or she can go right there, pull those cards for me, and all is great. And it also works great for me when I go to pull my cards and I can't remember, was that last season or this season that I put a camera up in that location. So a lot of great uses. But the absolute number one, I think, most powerful use for the location marker, which is my personal mission, is around safety. And so the idea of taking, and I'll open one up here, opening up a location marker, you can see the idea of having one of these in your safety vest, on your pack when you're out alone, is a phenomenal way to connect back to people that you love or that love you. And so when I'm at shows, I'm like, okay, quick question. Do you love anybody, and does anybody love you? And they, of course, say yes. I hope they always will. Be sad if they didn't. But I said, great, because then you can carry this device and share it with your buddy, your wife, your kids, or if it is your kids, they can share it with you. And then if you don't come back, we know, based on the last known location, where you're at. Okay, so you say, well, what if we don't have cell service? Well, this whole thing works on Bluetooth, but the great thing is, like on my lease, I have 305 acres, and it's all huntable, and we have stands all over the place. Even if you don't know which stand I went into, which would be crazy, but I don't have a signal in all locations, you can go in and you can check all those areas or walk a grid pattern with folks, and as soon as you get within 200 yards, you're going to get connected on the device, and you're going to be able to start lighting it up and hitting the sound. So if I fell, broke my leg, tried to crawl back to the truck and passed out behind a bush where you'd never see me and never find me, now you can hear me. Now you can light that bush up if it's getting dark. Same thing if you're out west and you've lost your pack. That's a safety issue. If I drop my pack and I go chase elk and it's dusk, by the time I get back, hopefully I've had success and it's a lot later, I've got to find this camo pack on the side of one of these hills. And by the way, it's got my keys, and in some instances, I might drop my boots, and it's going to get cold, right? So being able to light up the side of the hill and say, that's right where my pack is, with just Bluetooth and not cell service is what's ideal. And so that's the biggest use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a new location marker and kind of show you how it activates. And then I think what it'll do is give you a chance to really understand how neat this technology is. So I've got my new lithium batteries. We always recommend lithium. Take 2 of those. The back of this location marker that I just opened just pops off. You can see the O-ring. Very easy to know where each of these goes. Pop into the AAA batteries, which, you know, the great thing about that is if they are getting low and the app tells you it's getting close, or you just don't think it's wise to not replace them, you can get them in pretty much every gas station. So we are going to put those in. There we go. Now they're connected. One beep, it shows me it's connected. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here on the app, and I'm going to try to get close to show you guys this. In the top corner, here's the list of my current devices. Top corner, there's a little plus. It's going to say what devices are new in the area. Location marker add. I'm going to add that, and let's call it our safety vest, Brian. I'm just going to type that in. I can change it anytime I want. Pairing device. It's now going through the software. It's going to upload it to the cloud, and we are good to go. And so if we look up under my, there it is, safety device, safety vest, Brian. I'm very close. I'm connected. I can light that guy off. And if I went 200 yards away, 150 yards away, depending on the surrounding area, we're good to go. If I don't want the sound, I just want light, I can do the light. And so the idea of having a connection to your buddies or someone else who can look out for you is another great advantage. And the great thing is when you get out safe, you can pull this out of your vest and put it on the ground and use it as a location marker. We've all been in situations where we need to bug out, give it time to set, but we got to go back to work. And so now I can know the exact location, and more importantly, if I've got somebody else in camp or they can swing by, I can send that location marker via sharing it free via the app, and they can go right to that spot. So they know when they get close, they could light it up, they can listen to it beep, and then they know they're good to go, right? So that's the idea of it. I hope this helped. Adding the knocks is just as easy. It's the same plus. It'll say knock, you'll hit it, you'll name it, and you'll be connected, and it'll be in your devices. Once again, if you want to share it, you just hit the share tab. You can type in somebody's email address, send it. That email is going to go out to them. If they don't have the app, the email will say, click here to download the app. You put in a password one time, and that device and any future devices are going to automatically show up in their shared devices folder. And so we hope you like the technology. We think it's going to really save some lives. And we think it's going to help hunters get in, get out, do what they do all around the hunting experience with just less anxiety and help them do what we do and make it more enjoyable. So long video. Hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate your help. Take care.